Hello my little hunters, it's your boy James the Killer, and today I'm going to be doing another nerf review, not of this vest, but of the nerf sharpfire, which is essentially their adaptation of a more space cowboy kind of gun. And what I mean by that is that, as you saw, I can spin it, and yeah. That's what I mean by cowboy. Now, the space comes from the fact that it looks like this. There's literally no drum. There's nothing. You just load it in here, cock, fire, spin if you feel like it. Now it does. Now this is not the whole product that you buy. The rest of the product is, come on, this and this. So altogether, this is your whole gun that you buy from Walmart, Target, Fred Meyers, wherever you go. It does hold 6 bullets in the actual, I guess this would be like bracer or whatever they use to put it right here. It does actually fit into the shoulder area pretty well. Obviously, since there's no recoil, this is kind of pointless, but you know, there are some people who actually use this kind of thing, and it does have a sight, literally, that goes from, I'm going to show you guys actually, I'll let you see what I see when I'm targeting people. You see that? You have that to line up with. Now, personally, I don't use this for anything other than the intended purpose of holstering the gun itself and holding on to the extension, which slides in right here. But gun-wise, if you remember, or if you watched my last video, you remember probably that I told you that the Nerf Vagabond shoots 30 feet when arced, or put in an arc, and shoots about 25 feet when shot at point blank. This shoots about 40 feet at an angle, depending on the angle. If you're going like this, it's 40. If you're going like this, straight up 30. There is a 10-foot difference. I realize that you guys are like, that shouldn't be possible. Well, it is. I measured 40 feet. This thing shoots 30 point blank. So it's actually pretty good as a secondary weapon, guys. As a secondary. Please do not try to use this as a primary, because you will fail in a Nerf battle. Unless you're like shooting another guy who also has the same gun. Then you're pretty well off. But if you're shooting against someone who has like a gun with a magazine or a drum, you're gone. You're no chance. No chance of survival. This is technically considered an elite set. So when you get the gun, you get 10 Nerf Elite darts. And for those of you that don't know what an elite dart looks like, it's blue, like that. So, like I said, loading is simple. You pull this back, load it in, and these things shoot really quickly, so I won't even be able to show you how fast it goes without blocking it, so just try to pay close attention. That little blue streak you saw was the bullet, was the dart. That small, ever so slight blue streak that the camera just caught, that's how fast the bullet's moving. It is moving so fast that it's just streak, blue streak. It's like watching a blue light. Now, personally, like I said, I would recommend this as a secondary unless you're using the same gun against another person. Because yeah, any other Nerf gun, unless it also is a single loader, no chance of survival in a Nerf battle against that person. Now, some of you are like, well, James, that's meant for kids. Nerf is meant for kids. That may be, but if you compare the scale of the gun to the child that these are meant for, these things are like carrying a bazooka. These are like a dwarf or midget carrying a bazooka. They're enormous. They may be meant for kids, but predominantly teenagers and college students are the ones using these things. They may be marketed to children, but they're more meant for people who don't have the money to paintball or shoot BBs. They're actually safer than both of the options I just stated or listed. So I would recommend that you get this. Yes, it is a good gun, especially considering 30 feet point blank. I'm sorry, that's pretty far. And that's pretty much sniper status for a Nerf gun, seeing as how usually you have to have a different type of dart in the gun to shoot a distance like that. Not with this puppy. Now this, because of the way this functions, it only actually locks when you put the holster thing in this way. This way it's pretty much just kind of holding it there with a slight lock. And there is a button on the bottom to release the gun itself. But you can easily, like if you are going to be, this is the only gun I want to use, I'm freaking awesome, I can win, then you're pretty much going to be doing a police status where you're like, you know, that kind of thing. And for some people that actually works. You know, if you set up an obstacle course, you're more likely to have that successful headshot. But if you're fighting against more than one person, the moment that somebody hears that, they're like, gun. That person's only using a single shot. I'm going to go after them. Plus, most of us, when we're in a Nerf battle, are going, you know, we're making loud noises. Very few of us are like, okay, I shot off. I gotta hide and then quietly reload this. Gotta be quiet, gotta be quiet. Okay, I hope no one heard that. Load it. And then try to shoot somebody. But like I said, if you are that kind of person, or if you're literally just fighting someone else in a one-on-one battle and its first bullet wins, then you're pretty well off. But I go off of Nerf War, where there's more than one person. Like, it's 5 against 5, or, you know, it's a group against another group. But, yeah. I would recommend this just for that. Sorry, guys. I did not sleep very well last night. It's my own fault. I'm technically a night owl. But, yeah, I would recommend this. If for not the play for the paint modifications you can do with this, because this is like the simplest Nerf gun to paint modify. It's white, orange, gray, and a little bit of black. And if you do decide, oh, I'm going to modify it to where it looks like a real life, where it could be a possible real gun, yeah, that's going to be a little bit hard for people because of this little detailing on this side. You see what I'm saying? It's got this little detail right here. I'm not talking about the name of the gun right here. I'm talking about this little detailing because the other side does not have that. Now, if you are skilled enough with a Dremel or some sort of tool that you can actually, you know, detail that into it, cool. But for a person like me, it's just going to be a simple sand off the Nerf gun, the warning, please do not aim this at your eyes, yada yada, and the name itself. The rest is just paint applications. And that's what I would recommend this also for, is paint applications. Like if you want to have like one of those futuristic guns where it's mounted on mounted on the wall that says this is the name of it, right on. You know, just the gun alone. Excuse me. A little bit of a tamale stuck in my throat. Just the gun alone being held up is pretty cool on its own, but yeah, you modify the orange piece to look differently. You know, have this hung up on a wall. That's pretty cool too, depending on the applications. Now, everyone's opinion of cool varies. My opinion would be like if this thing looked like a legitimate like soldier from 2999 was using it, or you know, it's a futuristic gun look. If that happened, yeah, that'd be cool to me. But that's it for the Nerf Sharpfire review, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this product. If it's like, if not only like my review makes you want it, but if you actually own it and you're like, holy crap, he's actually pointing out a lot more pros or good things about this gun than negatives that I've seen. So, yeah. Until next time, my little hunters, you should stay awake. Like, comment, and subscribe.